speech. The topic of my speech today is a vital issue that directly affects us all at one point or another in our lives. It is not the subject of money or an automobile with a hefty price tag, but something about humanity that dates back to prehistoric times. Of today. Brains weren't used back then. Brawn and violence was the norm, and that philosophy does still carry through today. Let's focus on something else now, okay? As you see before you is the common picture of the human brain. It is not a regular sight that people like to dote on. But when the brain is labeled and given some kind of explanation, the brain somehow becomes a little more interesting. A healthy and vital organ of your body working to all its capacities like a wind-up alarm clock with all the bells and whistles. Yet, according to World Book Encyclopedia, as you may all know, we only use 10% of our brains. Without the brain, all of life as we know it would cease to exist. The brain has always been a vital component. Remember the Frankenstein movie? Another example of brain abuse is modern-day drug abuse culture. Now let's talk about that. Became intrigued with the brain, what we could do to it. Movements came about, societal differences occurred, wars, political agendas, you name it. If the brain could think it up, it would be put into practice. Unfortunately, there has been some negative consequences of discovering of brain use by persons who smoke marijuana, crack, sniff glue, drink alcohol, and studies show that these chemicals kill brain cells. According to the Brain Injury Association of America, there are about 1.4 million people each year who acquire brain injury. A lot of people die and most are hospitalized. Some people continue to abuse their brains. Some people from all cultures begin to realize the more they use their brains, the more they survived and dominated their world. This world led to modern day progress as we know it. All on account of our ancestors using their brains. Isn't that great? Yay! Today we live in a world of high technology, rapid transit, socioeconomic classes, and workplaces. People naturally engage in competitiveness for the same natural instinct we call domination, and use their brains to figure out how to succeed at dominating their environment. With modern sophisticated machinery comes, along with it, its modern medicine and modern laws. Afforded rights and privileges within the scope of everyone else's modern conveniences. Can you guess who these people are? These are just regular, everyday people doing everyday, regular people things. There is just one thing these people have that the majority of other people don't have. Can you guess what that is? Can you guess what that is?
No, I cannot.
It might be hard to believe, but these people have brain injuries. Brain injury people are not always obvious, but are almost always misunderstood. I acquired a brain injury in 2004. I was assaulted by a coworker on the job. I'm torn and I have headaches daily. I cannot stand or walk for long periods. I have a lot of pain and my legs will give out if I walk or stand too long. I have some memory problems and it somehow seems to show up, mostly in my financial situations. Figuring out day-to-day conclusions and trying to be myself usually poses a problem. But I have not given in to my injury. I have inquired as to the best route for medical treatment and day-to-day health routines within my limits. I am definitely on this road alone. As I have learned, persons with traumatic brain injury are the most underfunded group of people in the American social system. People see me and assume I am this wonderful, above-average, intelligent young woman with a promising future. Yet the brain injury I find definitely has and will continue to slow me down. As a person with traumatic brain injury, I hope to someday add this as a chapter to my autobiography to help others overcome workplace violence and brain injury stigma.